Hey, good morning. You're watching Vail Valley Live. Happy Monday. My name is Ashley LaFleur. I'll be here with you in Vail Village. And we have, the covered bridge behind us. It's about 12 degrees here in Vail, a little bit of snow still falling. And we're excited to kick off this fresh new week with you here on Vail Valley Live, which starts right now.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Trisha Swenson with Vail Valley Live, coming to you live from our studios here in Eagle Vale. We just saw Ashley over by the covered bridge in Vail Village. She'll be roaming around, letting you know what's happening today and this week. And we'll be letting you know about some things happening over at Beaver Creek as well. So we're going to let you know about the outlets at Silverthorne and some great deals that you can get with them. We'll also chat with a great nonprofit organization, Small Champions, and we'll check in with SOS Outreach, another wonderful nonprofit that helps kids in the valley and beyond. We'll give you the headlines, the weather, snow reports, and so much more. And we'll be checking in with who's playing at the Velar tonight, who's performing tonight. We've got an Illusionist that's coming our way. So a lot of great things to kick off the week. But let's let you know about snow totals. That's what everyone wants to know about. We did get 1 inch new at the Beeve and 3 over at Vail in the last 24 hours. If you were out there, I was out there, and it was nice till about 2 o'clock over at the Beeve, and then it just started coming down fast and furiously. We're still in this winter storm system through probably the early afternoon. Right now, we're sitting at about 11 degrees, and it actually feels like 11. A lot of times that'll be a little bit different, or the wind chill factor will come into play. We're looking at 11 degrees out in Vail. Then today we'll reach up into the mid 20s. Overnight we're going to drop below zero, 4 below zero. And then for your Tuesday, 27 for your high. We'll see the sunshine come back, and then we'll see pretty much a little bit of sun on Tuesday, and then a chance of showers throughout the rest of the week. In fact, Open Snow is calling for more snow as we get into Thursday. In fact, we could see quite a bit coming down for Vail and Beaver Creek, according to Joel Gratz and the folks over at OpenSnow.com. This is a live shot of Lion's Head. You could see the gondola in the background. We got Chair 8 Born Free Express there as well. Hey, pay attention to the crawl on the bottom of the screen. That is Vail's Groomers. Beaver Creek, they don't quite update their grooming report until after we started the show. So we'll check in on that, and we can see if they've updated yet. And then I'll let you know some of my favorites. But wow, we had some good runs over the weekend. I took my sister and her husband over to McCoy Park, that brand new expansion at Beaver Creek. If you haven't been there yet, you definitely got to check it out. But let's take it over to Ashley right now and find out what's happening in Vail. Ashley, that's such a beautiful shot. I love that angle of the covered bridge.
I love the fact that you can see the covered bridge. And then also, this isn't the best shot to see it, but there's a lot of steam coming off the heated pavers in the village this morning. So it's a very serene setting, and we have just a little bit of light snow. And then I can also see blue sky right above me. So I'll
Yeah.
show you that here in just a minute. But I was a little bit surprised to see that because in Eagle, we were pretty socked in this morning. I feel like there was a little bit more snow down there. And then as I was making my way into Vail on the big traffic signs from CDOT, they're saying, that traffic could be stopped over Mountain Pass. So expect days on mountain passes today. But
Okay.
definitely a little sketchy on the roads, a little
Yeah,
slower of
I
a drive
was
today.
Yeah. You know what? Very definitely snow packed, a little bit of ice, and then especially in those side streets, the stop sign approaches, those sort of things. And I saw a lot of plows when I was driving to
Yes.
work today. So they are busy. Give them room, let them do their job, and get things out of the way. So yeah, slow it down out there. Allow a little more extra time to get to where you need to go today. It is going to be. We're going to see this probably through this afternoon, and then we should see things clear up, and we'll see the sunshine return. But Ashley, I've got to ask you, how was Project Funway?
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. So I brought a crew with me. I brought my mom, I brought my husband, I brought our friend Dan, and it was, it was so fun to see all of the creations. I think one of my favorite parts of the show is how they kicked it off. They had a 5-year-old little girl that was in this like magical creation, and watching her walk the runway was so adorable. She was so shy, and then, of course, the crowd is cheering and she's just waving. It was so sweet. And then, of course, just the creativity, like the things that people do with the aluminum cans
Yeah.
and milk bottles and like school board signs. Absolutely incredible. The creativity. It was really, really cool. And of course, just to see some old friends, like it was nice to be out with the community. I got to see, one of my good friends, Lorene, she works over at the Avon Public Library, and I
Yeah.
hadn't seen her in like, I don't know, at least a year. So we got to catch up a little bit, and it was all I had though. I saw her right down like next to the runway. I was in like the bleachers though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. Well, it was so good, such a good cause. Education Foundation of Eagle County is who this supports. That was one of the big things going on this weekend. Actually, I got to get over to the Legacy Parade. We talk about it all the
Oh,
time, and I hadn't been to one yet this year. So I took my sister and her husband over there on Friday night, and they do such a good job. That's the Town of Vail, Vail Resorts, and Colorado Snow Sports Museum. Pete Thompson from the local VFW, he does all the announcing, and then you see these skiers dressed in the soldier costumes, the white camo, and they come down Pepe's face in the dark, carrying torches, and then they've got this 8-minute video that really, in a nutshell, kind of gives the history of how Vail started and the 10th Mountain Division. And it started to snow right when that was happening, which is kind of a magical experience. And then they did the procession down Bridge Street, right through the covered bridge with that little Willie's Jeep
yeah.
that they have, and the 10th statue, all the photos there, and then up to the Snow Sports Museum. So, that was that's the last one of the season. We'll have to wait for next year, but if you have a chance to see that, that's just a great thing to watch.
Were you able to get any of the pins that they have, Trisha? I know you like pins.
Well, I already got a pin when I interviewed
Uh,
Jeff Weil, so I didn't need to get another one. But they had a
you got a
good
sneak
crowd. Yeah, yeah, I
pin.
got a sneak peek pin. But they had a good crowd right there at the base of Mountain Plaza, right next to Gondola One. People were standing in the snow. They were cheering. We had the national anthem was sung. I think it was Lily Doran. They said Lily, and I'm pretty sure it was Lily Doran who used to manage Drunken Goat. And little inside track, she's got a new restaurant opening in Edwards. Not quite yet, but
Oh,
soon, soon,
oh,
soon.
okay.
I can't let you
I
know anything more about it, but
Okay. I would be excited for I think we're always excited for new restaurants, right?
oh
And
yes.
did you also see like somebody was late to work and they were like straight up running through the bridge? They're just a second ago. I like seeing the commute through the covered bridge, right? Like
Oh yeah.
just hustling. But you can because there's heated pavers and there's not ice out here, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely can. Okay, hey, we'll take it to a break. We'll come back. We'll let you go warm up and everything. But yeah, stay with us on the other side of the break. We're gonna have your headlines, give some details about the roads, and a lot more.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. And of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that.
You deserve to save.
Heard that before.
You deserve to save.
I know.
I need you to hear me. You deserve to save.
I deserve to save.
I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance and save at geico.com.
Xterra, apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit xterraplanet.com today. Enter the promo code CHECK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off regularly priced merchandise.
Illusionist Rick Thomas. Don't miss the greatest illusionist on tour today. Rick Thomas at the Vail Performing Arts Center, Monday, March 7th. Showtime, 7:30.
Live at the Vail Performing Arts Center, March 7th.
For tickets, go to the VPAC box office or online at valarpac.org. That's valarpac.org.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
All right, 11 degrees outside in Vail, 16 down in Avon, down in Edwards, 17 down in Eagle. So in the teens right now, and we're in a winter weather advisory going on until early afternoon. And then we'll start to see the clouds kind of move on out, the snow taper off. We have a slight chance of showers this evening. But for today, not a lot of accumulation, just kind of seeing this storm pretty much wrap up. And we're going to be seeing about a 50% chance of that precipitation. And then tonight we'll be dropping down into the below zero. We've got 4 below zero. And then for the next couple of days, your Tuesday, we'll see a high right around 27. We'll dip down into the sub-zero temperatures. And then by Wednesday, we'll see the clouds return and we'll have a chance of showers as we go into the later part of the week. Maybe 3 inches at Vail and Beaver Creek, according to Open Snow on Wednesday. And then for Thursday, that could be the big snow day. 7 inches over at Beaver Creek, 6 predicted over at Vail. As of right now, in the storm models that OpenSnow.com is using. But what's out there today? We got 3 inches new at Vail, 1 inch new at Beaver Creek in the last 24 hours. And the bottom of your screen, that has the crawl for you, the information that lets you know what's been groomed on Vail Mountain in the last 24 hours. And we're pretty much seeing pretty much the whole mountain open. You know, we're at 96% of the mountain open over at Vail. And at Beaver Creek, last I checked, we were 100% open. So we're happy about that, to see so much of our terrain, even Stone Creek chutes, open over at Beaver Creek. So that's a little weather and terrain report for you. The crawl just has Vail's grooming because Beaver Creek doesn't update their grooming until later in the morning. Beaver Creek opens at 9 to 4. Vail opens at 8:30. But let's pause for a moment and thank Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. We're going to give you your headlines, and we want to thank them for fueling our adventure for your headlines report. But here's what made news for Monday, the 7th of March. Now on the cover, follow the leader. Michaela Schifrin speeds down the course during the first run of Sunday's World Cup Giant Slalom in Lenzerheide, Switzerland. Now, Schifrin finished just off the podium in 4th to pad her World Cup overall lead. For the full story, you can see this on page 814, but she had a much better weekend than she did up at the Olympics, and she just said it was fun to enjoy the sport of skiing again. So things are looking up for Schifrin, and I think what a lot of people don't realize is the Olympics are pretty much just an interruption of the World Cup season. They go straight back to the World Cup circuit, and once again, the tech crews were in Switzerland this past weekend for the World Cup continuing. But on the headlines for today, wish list for stimulus funds. Eagle County wants public input on how to spend $10.7 million from federal COVID-19 stimulus dollars after compiling a list of 20 projects. Well, if you want to learn more about that, check it out on page A3. Also in today's news, Vail's pilot program for delivery success so far. Town expected to fund 6 more months of service, and these are the little vehicles. Instead of having big trucks go through Vail all the time, they kind of ration out some of the deliveries and have these little quiet vehicles bring them around. So more on that on page A4. And in the arts and entertainment section, meet your musician. This week we're featuring Matt Garth. You can get to know your Vail Valley entertainers every Monday on the cover of the arts and entertainment section. And then Vail Symposium presents a special program. This is going to be the founders of Vail, Rod Slifer, in conversation with Terry Minger. It's going to be this evening, 6 to 7:30 p.m. over at the Vail Interfaith Chapel. raffle. You could find out how to get your tickets in advance and a little bit more about these two that will be featured tonight as part of Vail Symposium. Vail Symposium celebrating its 50th year itself. So pretty special to have that type of programming through the Vail Symposium. VailSymposium.org is where you can get more information. So that's a quick look at the news. Now, the roads. So as Ashley and I both mentioned, that we could tell driving in, she drove in from Eagle, I drove in from Edwards, from my drive, especially the side streets, and even just Highway 6 coming to the Eagle Vale studio. You can see they're just a little slick, snow-packed and icy. The plows are out this morning as well, give them plenty of room today. So, and we're going to see more traffic probably going eastbound early this morning as many people are getting back to Denver. Many people will stay overnight and not do that commute on Sunday because of the heavy traffic. So here's a look at what's going on with the roads. But let's take it back out to Ashley now and find out where she's made her way to. Oh, gorgeous. You got the clock tower in the background.
You know, I just wanted you to be able to see the steam coming from the pavers this morning. Like how it's just very magical, and you can see the clouds kind of breaking up a little bit beyond the clock tower. So a little bit more dark skies to the west of us, but to the east we have a little bit of sunshine. The clouds are kind of thinning out, and then yes, just the steam rising. I'm kind of playing with fire right now, Trisha. Now, you know, you're mentioning those little carts that kind of cruise through. I've seen one or two of those already, but also right behind me, you see all the
garbage,
recycling. So we'll see if I
think I hear them. I hear the beeping of someone reversing. I know. The last time we were out there, we went straight to like Mountain Plaza because they don't really get in there. I think it's a little too tight for them to fit.
Yep. So, but I'm feeling dangerous. I'm just playing on a Monday. Why not chance it and see what happens?
Why not?
But I love the shot because you can see everybody kind of, you know, making their way toward the mountain, and they're on their morning commute, you know, just typical morning in Vail.
Well, I love it. You know what? We've got some skiers already with their skis going up there. We did get 3 inches new at Vail in the last 24 hours and 1 over at Beaver Creek. And then you add that up with all the others that we got. I mean, we pretty much had a stormy weekend from Friday on, which has been different. We've usually had these beautiful blue sky, no wind type of weekends. Then we get the storms during the week. So we kind of flip-flopped this week. But I was out at Beaver Creek yesterday. It didn't keep people away. They were still skiing in the storm and enjoying it. And yeah, it was actually, you know, it's so pretty. And you're kind of going in and out of the fog and the clouds. The views weren't as great from McCoy, because that's such a pretty place to be, McCoy Park, but it was still gorgeous back there.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what, Trisha, I was curious how McCoy was, because I'm thinking, I'm like 90% sure that I'm going to sign up for that snowshoe series race on Sunday at McCoy. Just because I haven't been up there and seen what they've done. And with this part of the race, you have the 5K and you have the 10K, but then it also comes with a foot passenger ticket to get up there and see those views. So I'm curious.
Okay, yes. Oh, yeah. And you know what? It's kind of funny because then you'll see some snowshoers like passing through, and then you kind of forget, like, oh, yeah, we're on the perimeter of their snowshoe trails and the Overlook Trail and the Wild Thing. You know, like you forget that was there long before this new development came in, you know. So yeah, you kind of got a blend of the snowshoers, the cross-country skiers, and then alpine skiing and snowboarding all in that area now.
Did you guys hit up the candy cabin while you were up there?
You know what? We saw it, but we didn't go in. I know.
That was the motivating factor for your sister. You didn't have to be like, listen, 2 more runs, I'll get you some Swedish fish.
Yeah, totally. I know. Here's some Laffy Taffies. We'll talk about the jokes on the chairlift. We didn't get to do that. But yeah, we popped over to Arrowhead, we popped into Bachelor Gulch. One of our Rose Bowl was skiing awesome. So it was fun to we covered a lot of ground from Arrowhead to Rose Bowl, kind of the out and back. Yeah, so
I feel like if we have any chat this morning, I just have to put this out there. Like, how many of you would love Trisha to be your guide when you come to town up at Beaver Creek? Like, no big deal. Let me just show you some of my favorite spots, my favorite après. Like, come on. Did your sister just feel like she just like rolled out the red carpet when she was,
You
or is
know,
this like what she expects? When
you
she
know what?
goes to
What's really
visit?
funny is, so we hop down into the Westin. You know, that's another thing you could do. You can pop down, take the gondola down to the Westin in Avon when you're done at Beaver Creek. And there was only 2 bar stools. There was 3 of us, so we were about every 10 minutes we were switching who got to sit down. And this couple on the corner were like, "Oh, we like the way you're kind of sharing." And then I started talking to them, and I started giving them all sorts of recommendations on where to go. And then they're typing it into their phones and everything. So yeah, we had a good time. You know,
I
that's what we
mean,
do. We love being your concierge. We love letting you know what to do. And they had just been
Right,
to
yeah.
Craftsman, and we were on our way to Craftsman because ever since I told my husband that they've got the best burger according to the best of. I'm looking for my magazine, our best of magazine, the Vail Daily's best of. We always go there now for burgers. So we went there, and this other couple had already been there, so they at least knew
Good
about
to
that.
know.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. But I mean, you're right though. Like, I feel like this is one of those things that like, even if we're not doing this show, like we're still doing this in like everyday
Yeah.
life. Where it's like, oh, you want the best of this? Let me show you how to do
Yeah.
that. Get excited about it.
Yes,
But
exactly.
right.
It's what we do. All right, perfect. Hey, we got to go to commercial break, and then we'll come back. We're going to let you know about the outlets at Silverthorne. We're going to introduce you to a couple of great nonprofits in the Vail Valley and beyond that help out kids, and a whole lot more. Stay with us.
It's 5 a.m. and
I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage,
7,000 dahlias,
vegetables, and
brisket for dinner.
This is my happy place.
We've been coming here since 1868.
My grandmother used to say,
Don't call me, don't bother me, I'm going out to Maui.
There's a lot of cushy desk jobs out there, but
I make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
This nonprofit spotlight is brought to you by Slifer Smith and Frampton Foundation, which supports the local community through needs-based giving with a focus on families, youth enrichment, and environmental stewardship. Give to one, give to many at ssffoundation.org.
We're in a rarity here with Connie from SOS Outreach, such a great organization here in the Valley. Connie, tell us more about your programs that you're doing with kids, just like Louisa.
Awesome. So SOS is a local nonprofit that started in the Vail Valley in the 90s, and it helps over 500 kids in the Vail Valley locally, and then has supported over 80,000 kids over the last almost 30 years it's been around.
So many great programs, from outdoor adventures to mentorship. And I should mention that you are a mentor and Louisa here is a junior mentor. So tell us more about what you're doing here today in Beaver Creek.
So today in Beaver Creek we have our group. So Louisa is my junior mentor, and we also have 5 participants. And we meet once a month during the winter time, and we go on the mountain and we snowboard and talk about our core value and just enjoy Beaver Creek for the day and get together and just connect as a group. So fun thing to do for the day.
Fantastic. And Louisa, how long have you been involved with SOS Outreach?
I've been involved since 3rd grade. I'm a senior now, so that's been about 10 years since then.
And what is your favorite part or one of your best memories working with SOS Outreach?
I think one of the best parts is just how we get to like hang out with people outside of our normal like groups and like school environment, and we just get to be on the mountain with everyone, and it's just so much fun. It's a good environment to grow up in.
That's so great. And so you started as one of the participants in the program, and now you've graduated to a junior mentor. Tell us more about that program as well.
Well, I've been a junior mentor. I can't exactly remember the year, but it's been 4 years since then, or maybe even more. And I think it's just great, the opportunities that they give you, the scholarships that they provide for like different, doesn't really matter, like the scholarship opportunities to go anywhere like Aspen and just like really be a leader in the community. It's just amazing. Like you really can't get that anywhere else.
And Connie, tell us more. I know it's outdoor adventures, community, and mentorship. So tell us more about some of the outdoor adventures besides being here on the mountain today.
So besides being on the mountain, they also do backpacking trips in the summer, paddleboarding, and then hiking and other adventures during the summertime. And then during the wintertime, they also get together as junior mentors, so they'll do field trips and things like that. And then we also do workshops with the groups as well. So once a month, we're also gathering and focusing on the value-based learning. That's really the foundation of SOS. So while we get to ski and snowboard, we also get to learn about core values like wisdom, integrity, courage, discipline, all those things to support their growth on the mountain and off.
So great. Between the life lessons learned on the mountain and with these relationships, if people want to get involved, what's the best way to get them to be a part, either as a participant or potentially as a mentor?
So I think the best way would just be to reach out to Courtney. She's our program lead, and she would be the best person to connect with. There's also just call the SOS office, and then the website's really informative to support. And I've been a mentor now for 7 years, and I love it. I just keep coming back every year. And so fun to watch them grow and participate, so it's really fun.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Louisa and Connie, and enjoy your day on the mountain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
All right, thank you. That was a great SOS, such a wonderful program. And like Connie said, it's been around for almost 30 years here in the Vail Valley, but they serve kids all over the whole nation and do these programs on different mountains from different ranges all over, from the Pacific Northwest all the way to the East Coast. So it's really cool to see that program. But let's get to the weather right now. 12 degrees outside right now. Feels like 13. Whoa, we usually never see it feeling a little bit warmer, but that cloud cover is adding a little insulation layer here for us. This is a live shot of Lion's Head, and you can see people kind of getting to their places this morning, maybe getting to the Eagle Pond Gondola, which will open up at 8:30, or maybe heading over to Vail Village. We have Lion's Head and Vail Village, and don't forget Golden Peak, another good place to go, especially on busy Saturday mornings. You don't have much of a line when you go over to Golden Peak. But for today, we have snow showers likely, mainly between 11 a.m. and noon, and then mostly cloudy. We'll see a high right around the mid-20s, and then not much wind, maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour, and chance of precipitation about 60% for today for that time period, but not much accumulation, maybe about 1 inch. We did get 3 inches new at Vail and 1 over at Beaver Creek in the last 24 hours. Now for tonight, we'll see things drop down even below 0 or just right around 0. A little chilly out there this evening. And then for your Tuesday, a 20% chance of showers after 11 a.m. So a kind of a weak system still moving through, but we won't really see a lot of heavy accumulation till later on this week, Wednesday into Thursday. According to Open Snow, we could see 3 inches at Vail and 3 over at Beaver Creek. And then for Thursday, maybe 7 at Beaver Creek, 6 over at Vail. So we've got that in the forecast. And then it should be pretty nice again on Friday, Saturday, and then maybe a few more showers on Sunday. Some snow showers coming your way. So that's a quick look at the weather. Of course, terrain status, we're seeing Vail open up at 8:30, and then they'll be open till 3:30. Now, later on, after next week, they will pump those opening hours back to about 4 o'clock. So not quite yet. Once we do the daylight savings time change next weekend, that's when the lift hours will change. But for right now, we're just 8:30 to 3:30 at Vail, and then 9 to 4 over at Beaver Creek. And Beaver Creek stays 9 to 4 all year long. But keep in mind, Arrowhead, as well as Bachelor Gulch, they do close about a half hour earlier. So 3:30 for the Bachelor Gulch Express lift, number 16. And then for Arrowhead, number 17, Arrowbahn Express, that will be closing down at 3:30 as well. So plan ahead. You don't want to end up in the wrong village when you need to get back to your lodging. And then pay attention to the crawl. We were rolling that for you so you can see what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. But what are we doing next? Oh, hey, so we've got a great show going on at the Villar tonight. And you're like, Monday night? Yep, hey, you're on vacation. Every day is a weekend when you're on vacation. But we have Illusionist Rick Thomas. Okay, so this is going to be awesome. It's the crowning achievement of this multi-award-winning master illusionist. They're doing Mansion of Dreams. It's going to be tonight at 7:30 p.m. If you're looking for magic, if you're looking for a show, this is going to be kind of that Vegas quality type of stuff. And the Villar Center, such a wonderful theater, 530 seats. They are doing the family 4-pack. So this is going to be super cool. For $128, you can get 4 tickets. Otherwise, it's $45 for adults, $32 for children. So see what you got. See how many people you need to bring out there, and you could save a little money. VillarPAC.org for more information on what's happening at the VPAC. And that's actually right underneath the ice rink. People always say, hey, where's the building? Well, it's underneath the plaza, the ice rink. You take the escalators down to it. It's pretty cool. So, but let's bring it out to Ashley and find out where she is in Beaver Creek right now. Oh, okay, you're over by the lift. All right, I see some employees.
I just have to show you, again, morning commute here in Vail Village. So, behind me, we just loaded the ski patrol. I just got sniffed by one of the mountain safety dogs. So, ski patrol dogs. I feel like that's a good luck sign.
Yeah.
Cowgirl's her name, very, very sweet. And so, yeah, everybody's just kind of making their way up on the gondola. You can see the line behind me is minuscule this morning. Mostly it's just employees that are kind of getting loaded up at this point. Oh, we have more ski patrol dogs.
Okay, getting ready.
That's Rocky right there.
Oh, yeah.
All fluffy.
Oh, hi there. Okay.
I love them so much. And also, Church, if you're looking for like a really cool souvenir and you happen to be like a fan of dogs, they sell some of the Ski Patrol dog like shirts and hats and calendars up at the Ski Patrol hut at the top of chairs 4, 5, and 11. And all of it goes back to benefit their training. So if you're interested in kind of, taking a piece of Vail home, it's kind of a cool little gift shop up there.
Well, you know what? Also, right next to Ski Patrol headquarters, they have Rocky's Roadhouse, and that's that kind of outdoor dining. You could smell the burgers when you go by and grab snacks and everything. And then just across from that is Henry's Hut, and that's a big yurt where you could maybe bring your food over there, eat, especially if we get some snow, you could eat inside. And they've got photos of Henry, but that's the original Ski Patrol dog at Vail Mountain, and then all of the other ones that have come through pretty much. But it's really neat, nice big oversized photos, if you will. So that could be fun. And on Sundays, they have Dogtown kind of right behind there, and they do a lot of drills. So maybe you're just eating on the deck and then you're looking over and you see them, and maybe they're, digging someone out with the avalanche simulation, or they're just, kind of, it's all a game to the dogs, but they're really working. They're working and
have you
helping
ever
save.
had a chance to ride up one of the chairlifts with one of these guys? I had a chance to ride up with Henry. He's the OG. He's the original right? And, he's a big old golden retriever. So sweet. And we hopped on chair 4 together along with Mongo, his owner, his trainer. And I was trying to talk to Henry and be like, oh my goodness, like the whole voice. No. He hopped up there and then he eagle-eyed, straight up that lift line, did not even look at me once. He was so focused on his job. He was just tunnel vision. Did not care what I was saying. I probably could have had a steak in my pocket and he would have been laser focused. I'm at work.
I know.
Don't bother me.
I love a well-trained dog. I mean, that, and that's what those dogs do completely. So, no, that's awesome. And it's every once in a while you see Henry around. He's not up at working as much, but he makes an appearance every once in a while. But great to see. And then remember Jake? Jake is another one of the dogs.
Oh,
he's
love
great.
Jake. He's awesome.
Remember when Jake was a puppy? Oh my gosh, he was so cute as a puppy.
I know, right? I mean, all of them. Oh, we got some salt being shaken behind me here. Make sure you notice it.
Oh yeah, shake it. Hey, we've got a little bit of chat. So Dan Elliott is saying hello. He's saying it's going to be 85 in Florida today, and then Diane Ham, she's saying Trisha being our guide would be so much fun. And then Dan Elliott said, oh yeah, Trisha would be the ultimate guide. Probably couldn't keep up with her though. No, Dan, I make a lot of turns. I like turning. So
yeah, lies, Dan, lies. This is the girl that's I just went skating up Meadow Mountain and I went all the way to the cabin. It was 2 hours. I was totally unprepared on my race Saturday. Yeah.
My ankle still hurts from that mishap. But yeah, my ankle still hurts. Hey, and then Diane said that Rick Thomas performed at the theater near where she works at in Parker, and she said he was good from what I hear. So Rick Thomas, Illusionist tonight, and then let's see if we have chat over on. That was from our YouTube channel. Let's see if we have any chat on our Facebook. Okay, Jacqueline is saying. Hey, Powder in McCoy Park was amazing. Had amazing powder and no lift lines on Saturday morning. That's true, Jacqueline. I was there too. The lines didn't exist at all. So that's pretty good for a Saturday.
Well, and I was just going to say, Trisha, I love it when Diane chimes in because she's watching from the Front Range. So, we're getting this snow up here, and then she'll let us know, what's happening down there. So it's kind of nice to see, the difference, just a couple 100 miles away.
Yeah.
But,
Diane, Diane, let us know if it's snowing down there. Because yesterday, my husband came in from the airport, and it was an early flight. So he was on the road at 8:30 or 9, and he's like, oh my gosh, I need to have 2 hands on the wheel. It's crazy down here. And I'm like, really? It's not that bad up here. So it is amazing how our, it does get a little crazy. Hey, but Ashley, we're going to take people over I-70 because you can always get over to the outlets and have a wonderful time at the outlets at Silverthorne. Great savings, so many fun deals, a lot of great stores for the whole family. So here's more with Peggy Zieglin.
Hi there, Sarah and Rarity at the outlets at Silverthorne with Peggy Zieglin, talking about some fun black and white fashions from Calvin Klein today.
My gosh, Calvin Klein has it all. And I've got to tell you something, big secret. If you go in there and you sign up for their loyalty program, which costs you nothing, 15% off in addition to their already amazing prices for that day, and then you're going to get a coupon for 20% off when you come back again. So it is worth it. There's no credit card, nothing like that. It's just a fabulous loyalty program.
Really great deals. It was so fun to see the variety in the store, and our models have on some exciting pieces today.
They do. And Rachel has on Calvin Klein. She's got her jean jacket on. She's got her amazing hoodie tunic on. And then she also has her backpack. So cute for all seasons. Whole outfit would be $278, comes to $145. She's saving $132. Thank you, Rachel. And next comes Silver. Now, Silver is wearing the cutest puffer jacket ever. It's multimedia, so it's more knit sleeves. She's got her red sweater that pops it all. She's got her amazing black jeans on, stretch jeans, and her side pack chain bag. Whole outfit would be $397, comes to $255. She's saving $141. Thank you, Silver. And now, here comes Maddie. Maddie is in a scuba dress. So she has that adorable scuba dress on. You can see the Calvin Klein detailing on the sides. She's got her puffer jacket, so she is fit for all seasons, and her Calvin Klein scarf. Whole outfit would be $354, comes to $114. She's saving $239. Thank you, Maddie. And now here comes Wynn. And Wynn has on Calvin Klein, but the coolest electric blue hoodie jacket ever. He also has his great scarf on and his Calvin Klein sweatshirt, and then his straight jeans. And let's not forget that backpack, because that is gorge, really, really neat. $628 retail, comes to $281 outlet. He's saving $346. Thank you, Wynn.
So great. And these, I have to talk about these luxurious soft. I don't think I've ever felt anything so soft. So
aren't they amazing?
A really fun layering piece, and some great colors available in these jackets as well.
Absolutely. So our jackets are normally $80. They're $39.99 before the, I'm getting the 15%, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So head on over to Calvin Klein.
Great. Thanks, Peggy.
Maui Jim Sunglasses were born on the beaches of Hawaii, designed to respond to the bright sun and harsh glare of the islands, all while enhancing the view. After 30 years, we're still independently owned, and the free-thinking Hawaiian spirit that first inspired us is still a part of everything we do. Our Polarized Plus 2 lenses not only protect eyes from harmful rays, they also make colors more vivid and contrast crisper. Try on a pair and see for yourself. The view's better from here.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block & Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and it injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has the responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block & Chapleau today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block & Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
You deserve more from your steak. You deserve the only steak that's guaranteed to be perfect every single time. At Omaha Steaks, we're delivering old school quality with a now school mentality. That means aging every steak for tenderness, carefully hand carving, and obsessing over every last detail, so you never second guess a single bite. For a limited time, get 4 free chicken breasts and 4 free pork chops with your order. Go to omahasteaks.com/TV today. You deserve this.
This nonprofit spotlight is brought to you by Slifer Smith & Frampton Foundation, which supports the local community through needs-based giving, with a focus on families, youth enrichment, and environmental stewardship. Give to one, give to many at ssffoundation.org.
Hi, folks. We're joined here today by Small Champions. They are a local nonprofit supported by Slifer Smith & Frampton nonprofit spotlight here on Vail Valley Live. And I'm joined by John, Dan, Kendall, and Kenzie, and they're all part in some way, shape, or form with Small Champions. And John, I'd like to start with you. As the executive director of the organization, can you share about the mission of Small Champions?
Yes, thank you. We'd love to. Like you said, Small Champions is a nonprofit organization here in Eagle County. We've been in existence since 1996. And we provide year-round sports and recreation activities for local youth with cognitive and physical disabilities.
Absolutely. And you've been involved, I understand, for just about 10 years now?
About 10 years now, yeah.
And kind of this year alone, how many children or how many youth, Eagle County youth, are impacted and involved in the Small Champions program?
Right now we have 72 kids in our program enrolled. With family members, that brings that total up to around 300 people locally. And in our winter ski and snowboard program right now, we have about 50 kids that are participating. Today's a Small Champions ski and ride day.
Absolutely. Love that you're getting everybody out on the mountain and enjoying everything that Eagle County and Vail has to offer today. Now, Kenzie, you are a program manager for Small Champions. Can you tell us more about the different programs? I know that it's not just skiing and snowboarding. There's so much more involved as well.
Yeah, exactly. We've grown so much, so we have year-round programs now. So we've partnered with Mountain Recreation, so our kids can join those programs and join gymnastics and swimming. And we've also partnered with Revolution Power Yoga. So we have yoga now. So it's really exciting.
Very
Lots
cool.
of year-round programming.
And I saw on your website you have also horse therapy.
Exactly. Yeah,
Tell me about that.
Riding,
Yeah.
And Kathy Mikulasky, she's been wonderful, and she gives private horse lessons and hippotherapy to all our kids, and it's really awesome.
Really incredible. Just to think of that as an avenue of touching and being involved in this.
Absolutely.
Now, Dan, I see the ski instructor gear. You're involved with the program as an instructor. I believe that Kendall is one of your students.
Yes, he is.
Can you tell me about the impact that you see when you're working with these youth on the mountain?
It's pretty incredible. 28 years here, able-bodied instructor, but about 8 years ago, got into adaptive. I'm level 2 certified in both alpine and snowboard as an adaptive instructor. 7 years ago, John and I have been together 28 years, and he asked me to come and work with Small Champs, and I got Kendall. So it's been 7 years. Started on green runs, next year blue runs, next year combination. Now we warm up on the slot, go to the back holes, bumps, trees. It's amazing.
Incredible. And what do can you talk about what the participants really feel as they're, that freedom of being out on the mountain?
Yes, I coach pretty hard, and I can see little signs when he's either hungry, tired, frustrated, just like able-bodied. And when I see those signs here, you got to react pretty quickly. And the best thing to him out of it is race downhill within the realm of safety. But he loves to ski.
Certainly.
And so let's just go have fun.
Yeah. So Kendall, you're one of Dan's students. What's your favorite part about skiing?
Going to the back bowls.
The back bowls, it is. Incredible. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. John, if folks want to learn more about Small Champions, where can they visit? Where can they find more info?
Yeah, you can go to our website at smallchampions.org. There's a lot of information there. All our contact information is there. I'd just say to anyone that wants to talk about it, please feel free to reach out to myself or Kenzie. We'd be happy to talk about the program.
Excellent. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. This has been Small Champions, a local Eagle County nonprofit, and the spotlight is brought to us by Slifer, Smith, and Frampton.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
Oh, what a great nonprofit, Small Champions, doing such good work with the kids here in Eagle County. So thanks, Cameron, for getting that interview yesterday. But we're going to look at the weather right now, let you know what you can expect. And we're going to have a little bit more snow. It's going to taper off, but we've been in the storm system kind of all weekend long. We're still under a winter weather advisory until about the early afternoon. So cloud cover this morning. We have about a 60% chance of showers, mainly between 11 a.m. and noon today. You can see the gondola kind of getting fired up, not opening for a few more minutes. They open at 8:30. You can see people walking into Lion's Head as well. Temperature-wise, we're going to be in the mid-20s for your daytime high, and then we'll drop down near zero or even below zero, depending on where you're at, and we'll maybe see a little fog tomorrow morning, but then we'll see a little bit more sunshine. We've got a 20% chance of snow showers after 11 a.m., but otherwise partly sunny with a high in the 20s for your Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we'll see a possibility of snow showers once again and kind of some patchy blowing snow after 1 p.m., a high right around the 30s and a little bit of fog mixed in there as well. According to Open Snow, where we're going to see the most snow this week will probably be Wednesday into Thursday. We could see 3 at Beaver Creek and Vail for Wednesday, and then 7 at Beaver Creek, 6 at Beaver Creek. So we've got another storm, and we'll take it. In fact, March is typically one of our snowiest months. So we got a lot of the season left. We don't close Vail Mountain until April 24th. So keep it coming. Do your snow dance out there. But let's take it out to Ashley right now. And Ashley, we did hear from Diane. She said it snowed all day yesterday down in Denver, but the sun's out right now, but they only got about 3 or 4 inches. So she can be like our little weather reporter down there, letting us know what it's like.
It makes me so happy. Well, first of all, like just to hear from Diane, but then also to like get a little more intel about what's happening across the state. And you know, Trisha, I just wanted to point out too. So I'm sitting next to the fireplace, and people have like scooted the benches like even closer. So thank you to whoever scooted these benches nice and close. But this snow is so much fluffier than I kind of expected it to be. Let me see if I can grab some for you. But right,
Oh,
like
yeah.
super fluffy.
Blower pow.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks
which is
great.
surprising. Like I thought it was gonna be a lot more like wet and you know, spring-like and heavy, but it's pretty light.
Yeah, well, you know what? On Friday, my sister and her husband got here, and I took them to Arrowhead, and they said it was a little sticky, it was a little snowy, but we had temperatures in the 50s last Thursday, 45 for Friday. So then as things cooled off over the weekend, it's amazing how that moisture just kind of gets sucked out of the snow. And then the cooler temperatures yesterday, we have that lighter powder today. So I think it's going to be a great day to get out there. 9 o'clock at the Beeve, 8:30 over on Vail Mountain. We did get 3 inches over at Vail and 1 over at Beaver Creek. And the way it was snowing at the Beeve yesterday, you thought it was a lot more. But, you know, it takes a while for that to accumulate. And I could see that Vail was a bit more socked in. So I think they had the storm and it was snowing longer over at their mountain. So that's why they won out by getting 3 and Beaver Creek got 1.
They won that race. And you know, this morning, I mean, you can see like it's accumulating in my hair and on my hat. It's just these little tiny little light little flakes. So it's funny. I mean, it's one of those things you're going to want to have probably a couple of different lens options with you, but that low light lens will be good. And even just walking around, because it is so light and kind of fine, it's when I'm blinking a lot because it keeps getting in my eyes. But you know, I mean, if anything's to be obstructing your vision, might as well be a little bit of fresh snow, huh?
Yeah, might as well. All right, totally. And weren't those nonprofit spotlights nice to learn a little bit more about Small Champions and the great work they do with the kids? And then SOS Outreach, it's hard to believe that that's been around for almost 30 years now.
Oh, yeah. That was like, when I first moved out here, that was kind of like all the rage to get involved in, you know, especially as a snowboarder. And, you know, just to be able to help to provide kids that wouldn't otherwise have access to the slopes and to some of these, they branched out so far from where they started, but also another favorite organization up here for me, for sure.
Yeah, perfect. Hey, and then one more thing to do on your Monday, you know, just in case you aren't skiing today, is Ashley, they always are doing those awesome snowshoe walks, the nature walks. And this is going to be with Walking Mountains today, 2 and 3. And they do these every day except Sunday. And this is going to be over at the Walking Mountains campus. So if you're taking a break from the skiing, but you want to learn a little bit about the nature, the flora, the fauna, what animals still hang out during the winter time here, this can be a great idea for you. And really all ages, as long as, you know, the kids can either get into snowshoes or maybe just a hike back from Walking Mountains. And it's free. It's a great activity for the family.
Oh, yeah. And their naturalists are so incredibly knowledgeable. Like, I had a chance to go up on Vail Mountain with one of those snowshoe tours with my family. They came in from Florida. And so, their naturalist was taking us out and explaining, and like even had like, little fur pelts in his jacket, and he's pulling out and showing the kids. And like, I mean, it was so cool. And then of course, just be able to get some exercise, meet some new people, especially if you've just recently moved here. Maybe you're looking for some friends, maybe you're retired and you want to get to know more people in the community. This is your second home. It's really, really amazing offering. And the fact that it's free, take advantage of that for
And
sure.
actually, we had a rare sighting on Saturday morning. So my sister's boots were hurting her. So we took them to Jim Cooper over at Christie Sports. I go, you know what? We got to get your boot problem fixed. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy your day. So when we were leaving to go back to the parking structure, we see this white ermine, the ermines, the little ones he was running across from the parking structure where the bus stop is to like the little fountain area. And he had something in his mouth. I think it was part of a pretzel or bread from a sandwich. It was half the ermine size. And he's all white, because they change color in the winter. And then they go back to kind of their brown coloring in the summer. And he was running around, and then all the crows and the birds and the magpies were just swooping in because they wanted a little bit of that pretzel. And it was just this nature battle, and he was running all around. Like it was like showstopper. Like everyone was just watching this little craziness going on. But I've never seen one like in town. I've seen him scoot across the runs, from the lift. You can kind of see like, what's that little white thing? But he was in town. He must have been doing some dumpster diving, because I think that's where he found that pretzel. I don't know.
Oh, that's
a little
so
crazy
funny.
though.
Yeah, I've never seen one in town either. Always on the runs, and moving from Florida and then seeing those things on the slopes. I was like, "What is this? Is that a snow squirrel?
Yeah.
Like, what is that?" Because they're white, and then they kind of look like squirrels / like ferrets / anyway. Yeah, that's really cool that you got to see one in town.
Oh, and you know what? LA. Okay, Lisa's chiming in. She goes, I saw an ermine in Lionshead in January. It was right near the gondola. Yeah, maybe this is the same one. Maybe this is the town ermine. Maybe we need to name it. We've got like, the different mascots on the mountain. And then LA just says, good morning, my friends. She did make it to California. Have a great day with your fresh snow. I know she was traveling cross country over the weekend. So I'm glad you made it safe. None of the storms
in travels, man.
I know.
She's so great. Like, she's like our little intrepid little traveler from Alaska to Vail to California, DC. We were talking about cherry blossoms the other day. Trisha, she was telling me that they don't actually really have like much of a smell to them. Like they, how they have like the whole cherry blossoms in DC. And so I thought that was really interesting. Like things that we learn from our viewers, right? Like I love this chat feature. So cool.
Oh, yeah. And then, then also this weekend when, so I was bringing my sister and her husband everywhere, and we were over at the King's Club Lounge. John Dunn was playing some great music, and we ran into Tom and Jane and then their nephew, John, Tom and Jane D. Baronetto. And they spent about 6 weeks here, and they're over at the Lion Square Lodge. And, that's right by the base, right by El Sabor. Yeah. And so we were joking, and I said, oh, we should go live from your location sometime. Well, I got an email from Tom, so we may go live. And he already told me what kind of coffee they serve. So, Tom, if you're watching, we might be figuring out just a little live remote from your front door right in Lionshead. All right.
I'll bring you coffee if you let us go live from your basically your front door / living room.
I know, totally. Hey, Ashley, we gotta go. I'm getting the wrap from Rachel. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, bye.
We get out, fired up, hook big ones. We get out and rip it, and we track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew and get out and do.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
You're probably wondering, what makes these chips taste so good? Here's a hint. It's lime. They taste like lime. Tostitos, get to the good stuff.
In 1964, television viewers tuned in to The Ed Sullivan Show to see the American debut of a British group called the Beatles, and the world was never the same. Featuring music from the Rolling Stones, the Kinks, the Beatles and more, the British Invasion relives the hits that changed the world. This immersive multimedia concert experience takes you on a musical journey front and centre back to the 60s. They came, they sang, they conquered. The British Invasion, live on stage.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. Elevated savings.
All right, we're going to give you your last look at the weather, brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. We're going to see a little bit more snow today, not a lot of accumulation, and a lot of that is going to fall between about 11 a.m. and noon today, according to the National Weather Service. So we'll kind of get out of this winter weather advisory and actually maybe see some sunshine by this afternoon. Temperatures right now, 13 degrees here in Vail. We're in the teens in Avon, Edwards, and down in Eagle as well. We'll reach into the mid-20s for today, then we'll drop down anywhere from around 0 to just above it, or even just a little below it this evening. And then for tomorrow, a few degrees higher, right around the upper 20s, and then we'll see things drop down into the sub-zero temperatures once again for your Tuesday. Tuesday, about a 20% chance of snow showers after 11 a.m. Otherwise, partly sunny, and wind's not bad at all, maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming west later in the morning. And then we'll see another chance of snow coming through Wednesday into Thursday. In fact, Thursday, that's where we could see the most accumulation, anywhere from up to 7 inches in Beaver Creek, 6 over at Vail. That's a quick look at your weather. Pay attention to the crawl that's going at the bottom of the screen. The lifts are open at Vail right now, 8:30 to 3:30, and then 9 o'clock to 4 over at Beaver Creek. But let's check in with Ashley quickly now before we say goodbye. Ashley, you're hustling.
Okay. All right, Trisha, I gotta get back to my car because I am starting a brand new job today at 9 a.m.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I know. So I cannot be late my first day on this new job. So,
Oh yeah. And maybe Ashley, maybe put the heater on, and then that will like dry the snow that's on your hair this morning.
I know, like I have my like work pants underneath my snow pants, so I got to do like a quick Superman situation in the car on the way. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah.
To start a new job.
Okay.
You know, Monday. So yeah.
Well,
But
we're excited
I'm
for
glad I got
you.
to- Thanks. I'm really excited. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm excited that I got to be part of this show with you guys this morning. That's like walking upstairs at altitude and talking at the same time. Anyway.
Okay, Ashley, we will let you go, and then I've got one more chat that I want to say. Okay, so this couple that I met at the Westin. So Philip just chimed in. He said, "Great meeting you last night at the Westin bar, and we're heading up to McCoy Park for a bit. Thanks for the tips. Can't wait to try them out." So Philip, I'm so glad. Have so much fun today, and you can easily get to that McCoy Park from the Westin. Take the Westin gondola, then the lower Beaver Creek Mountain Express, then the upper, and then look off to your right, and McCoy Park entrance is right there. But hey, chat with us tomorrow. Let us know how it was, and we'll give you some more tips all throughout our show. We love doing that. That's what we're here for. We're here for you. So we'll see you tomorrow from 7:30 to 8:30.